Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Ask the viewers questions. They respond with questions. Now I'll throw some answers out there. This one was just said San Andreas Fault. Anybody in California knows exactly what you're talking about. So let's go ahead and ask. Will there be any major earthquakes, and we'll consider a major earthquake to be something above a 6 or greater, on the San Andreas Fault this year? So we're in August. We'll go through till December. We'll give ourselves 4 months here. We didn't get any major earthquakes, 6.0 or greater. For those not familiar with the earthquakes, the Richter scale is a logarithmic scale. So a 6.0 earthquake is 10 times stronger than a 5.0 earthquake and 100 times stronger than a 4.0 earthquake. A 4.0 earthquake would feel like somebody's leg is against the table and they're shaking it. And you'll notice, like, who's shaking the table? That's kind of what a 4.0 earthquake is like. Unless you're, like, right on top of it. If you're right on top of it, it shakes a bit more. But if you're 20 miles away, 30 miles away from the epicenter, that's what it feels like. And you might notice, like, wall hangings will be swinging a little bit because of the shaking. A 5.0, that'll feel like somebody backed up a truck against the house. You know, it'll shake the whole house. And you'll be like, dude, what the heck happened? And again, by the time you usually realize you're in an earthquake, the earthquake is ending. So a 6.0, 6.0 is a good shaker. You know you're in a 6.0. The floor might ripple underneath you. You might get knocked around a bit. Stuff will get knocked off on shelves at grocery stores or in your cabinets if you don't have cabinets that have stuff like that. Okay? The Loma Prieta quake back in 1989 that delayed the World Series, that was almost a 7.0. That was right around a 7.0. Okay, so San Andreas Fault. Anything happening? Well, we've got a huge burden coming on here. Maybe that fault's ready to let go. It's holding on to a lot right now. We've been getting away with it. You know, they've been saying that you get a real good shaker every 120 years, and I think they keep saying we're overdue. We're overdue. We've been getting away with that. Page of Cups, the Stinky Fish card, the Moon card, and the Empress. I think there is a big earthquake coming. I don't know if it's the San Andreas Fault, though. We don't have a good way to predict. You know what? You know what it is? I'll bet you we do get a good shaker. It's not the San Andreas Fault, though. It's going to be off the coast. It'll be in the water. I don't think this is the Cascadia quake, though. And I think we're going to, basically we're going to dodge a bullet with this one. It might be a big earthquake, like up to a 7.0 type of thing. But it's going to be off the coast, so it's not going to cause as big a problem as it could. Might happen at night. But I think we don't, I don't know when it's going to happen. I imagine it's going to happen this year. It might be a fairly big one. It might be a 6.0 or greater. But I think everybody's going to be okay on this one because I think it's going to be off the coast. It's not going to lead to a tsunami or anything along those lines. Now, the earthquakes you have to be concerned about are the ones off the Cascadia Fault. The Cascadia Fault goes from Northern California, like off the coast near Eureka, which is about 300 miles, 5 hours north of San Francisco, 6 hours north of San Francisco, up along the Oregon coastline to southern Washington. That's where the big earthquakes. Those are the 9.0s. That's the one that's going to release a tsunami that's got water 100 feet high or higher that's going to go crashing in and just absolutely obliterate coastal towns with it. Those are the ones you have to worry about. That that one big earthquake in, was it Jakarta or Indonesia that happened about 8-10 years ago that caused a big tsunami? That's what the Cascadia is like. It's going to be a massive quake. Let's see. Are we going to get anything with the Cascadia off the Cascadia Fault? Let's say in the next 5 years. We can get anything big off the Cascadia Fault in the next 5 years or so. Now I'm curious. That's the one we have to worry about. Moving out of troubled waters to calmer shores. Two of Swords, Lover's card. But there's that Moon card again. The Emperor. I don't think we will. I don't think we will. I don't think we're going to get anything major off of that. But I think what really needs to be done, though, is that there has to be some type of... Maybe there's a plan in place already to evaluate and take precautions against major earthquakes off of the Cascadia Fault. Because that's going to be a devastating one. It's going to require counties and states to work together, probably with the federal government too. It's not too late to make your choices and do something about it. But if you don't do something about it, there's going to be devastation here. If you don't do something about it, there will be devastation. There'll be a loss of a lot of human lives in that one. Okay. So, there's your California earthquake report. San Andreas Fault? I don't think so. Something off the coast? Yes. Something off Cascadia? Maybe not yet, but you better do something about it. Notice, though, that was a Six of Swords. That also could be indicating a 6.0 earthquake off of the Cascadia Fault. So maybe that's the connection. For the one I was seeing that happens off the coast, but doesn't cause a lot of damage. So keep an eye on that one. 6.0 would be a small earthquake off the Cascadia Fault line. Just saying. Okay, so that's my reading on earthquakes. Nothing on the San Andreas this year. Potentially something with the Cascadia Fault. All right. Thank you for watching my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support, your likes, your comments, your shares. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and thank you for my old subscribers for sticking with me and helping my channel grow. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.